Clinton Young was 18 and weeks away from his Army boot camp graduation. But now, after a freak accident on a Fort Worth freeway, the soldier's family is planning his funeral. Chris Young says his son was entering this elevated ramp on Highway 287 to go on to southbound Loop 820 East when he got into a minor collision trying to avoid hitting another vehicle. He was standing outside his Plymouth Neon on the phone when a second accident occurred involving a semi and another vehicle. The impact knocked Young off the overpass and onto the freeway some 60 feet below.
You know, I started Think for Yourself mainly for two reasons. One is I've always kind of thought on a bigger picture type of scale, I guess you could say, and what really triggered it, you know, was more of a compulsion. It was when my brother was killed. He got hit by a car. His name's Clinton Morgan Young. He was my little brother. So I'm going to show you a couple things. This is his hat, his beret for the Army. He was a military police officer. He's only 18. This picture right here is the first time I ever held him when he was born, after he got out of the hospital, because he had to be in the hospital for 2 weeks because of some small complications. And I was so excited. I remember being so excited holding him. They snapped a picture, and somehow people have held on to it, and I've held on to it. It's a pretty good picture to have, you know.
Funeral with full honors this afternoon. The soldier was stationed at Fort Leonard Wood in Missouri, and he was still working toward graduating basic training. December 28th, police said that Young was in an accident on US 287. As he surveyed the damage to his car, a second accident occurred, forcing him off the overpass. He fell onto Loop 820 and died as a result of the fall.
He's the happiest kid in the world. Big heart and big dreams. He was never not smiling.
He didn't have to say a word. Just him being in the room just made everybody like already so happy. He really did know how to lift spirits. He was a really great guy.
A deadly accident in southeast Fort Worth. Police say 18-year-old Clinton Young's car had been hit by someone who took off. That accident happened yesterday on a bridge at Loop 820 and Highway 287. When Young got out to check the damage, another car struck him and he fell over the bridge. Young was just home from basic training.
It was an 18-year-old man who was killed yesterday after an accident on eastbound Loop 820 and US 287. Clinton Young died after he was knocked off the overpass that he was standing on following the crash. It was a second crash that sent Young falling to the ground.
That's when he was a little kid. He was probably like 13 or 14.
Be full military honors for an Arlington teenager who died last week. 18-year-old Clinton Young was home on leave from military basic training when an accident on an overpass killed him.
Clinton Young was the soldier with the big smile and a bright future. 18 years old, just finishing basic training, and headed to Germany for his first deployment. Clinton graduated from Arlington Martin High School in May. He served in the Air Force ROTC, but he always loved the Army. His mom still remembers the smile when he came home from basic training.
No religious preference.
He was on his way to take a family photo when his car hit a retaining wall on a Fort Worth overpass. He got out to check the damage and set off a chain reaction that sent him over the railing and onto the highway 50 feet below.
I found these and wrapped up in his bed sheets a few minutes after I found out he was dead. And I imagine that's why they weren't with him, because he never took them off the whole time he was visiting us. Because they're not supposed to take them off. But I think they got somehow taken off of his neck in the middle of the night and wrapped around the sheets because he was gone and went to spend the night at his girlfriend's house for a couple of days, and they were still there the whole time, so I found them and just kept them immediately. It's just one of those things. It was automatically mine in that moment. I guess I was just trying to hold on to any piece of him that I could. Started panicking, start grabbing shit. Grabbed that the first 2 days after, was visiting us for Christmas. Got hit by a car, thrown off of a bridge.
There's me.
How long does that record?
6 minutes.
Jesus,
Your entire life.
do you have a memory card in it?
I do, but it came with one. 4 gigabytes.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
Give you a quick tour of my life. Give you a little life story today. Go.
Here.
Today is August 13th. Oh yeah, Friday the 13th, 2010. In the month of August. Me and my co-pilot. Elisa me. Look at all those cones. Look at the cones. Look at the cones.
So he's the main reason why I started this YouTube channel and stuff.
You know how I feel. Blossom on the
I know when I die, I hope, we will be together again, but I don't know for sure. That's what this whole thing is about for me. It's one of the things. It's not the only thing. So that would be not good, but just figure if there's any way I'm going to contact him, it's going to be through a spiritual path. not a non-spiritual path. You can call it spiritual, you can call it whatever you know, this whole search for truth, you know, energy, vibrational, other dimensional, all this. I mean, the other day somebody asked me, what do you call this? I'm just like, I don't know. Paradigm shifts. See, then there's that part of me that doesn't want to label things too, so. I don't know. I grew a beard. Alright, well, I just wanted to tell that story and just say hello, I guess.
I have to be home in like 2 minutes, and it's 12:58. So let's hope I can do it. See you guys. Good luck.